Hello everyone, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with another episode of Hustle Castle. We have a new update in the game. It's a big one, Talents and Alliances. Today I'm going to go ahead and jump in and just take a peek and see what we have, share what I know from other games, and try to figure some of this out because it seems fairly involved, somewhat complicated, and hopefully it's not too complicated. So let's go ahead and jump in, see what we know, and see what we can figure out, and see what we can try to expect for the future. Real quick before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to those who are supporting the channel. So thank you to Loco and Flart for the coffees, buying them every month. I do appreciate that, and for the ongoing support. And as well as to my YouTube membership, Guiles and Ashton, thank you for your ongoing monthly memberships and support there as well. I do appreciate everybody who is supporting the channel. So thank you very much to all of you. Okay, let's go ahead and get me to the right spot here. Sorry about that. So that was what was just released a couple days ago. It was fairly buggy. We had a lot of downtimes, up and down, trying to fix lots of things. Alliances, I don't even know if they're working yet. But let's go ahead and see what was described and what is part of this update. I actually got this information early. I was going to share some of it, but it seemed fairly complex and different enough from what we have from American Dad. I didn't want to jump in and speculate too much and do too much misleading. But now that the update is out, let's go ahead and talk about it. So dear lords and ladies, did you know that every dweller has their own secret power? The time has come for you to learn about them. Okay. So once you get to throne room 4, you can start to do this, and basically it's all based on 5 stars. And I push this always from the beginning anyway. You should always try to get to 5 stars. 5 stars is very easy to make, easy to get to. A squad full of 5 stars. Every game I play has that. If you have any questions about it, I can talk about that again on another video or not, or talk about it on my Discord server. You can go ahead and post a message there. But it's really easy to make a 5 star. It just takes a little bit of time, but there's no reason to spend money on it or anything like that. But once you get them, you can get a talent. And the one difference here, American Dad, this is they're automatically given a talent. American Dad, you actually have to go in there and click on a button to get that. So I guess it's a little bit better, a little bit time saver, but it is kind of nice to be able to click on that and then have it pop up. So you don't really know until you click on that button, which is kind of nice, but it saves us one click here. So only combat talents and alliances are available at the moment. That is also unfortunate, but I suspect that means that worker talents are coming. That does exist in all the other games, and it's huge because my chefs in American Dad are producing over 100,000 food per hour. And in Hustle Castle, I think I'm in the 80,000. So talents make a big difference, and there's different levels also in American Dad that aren't here yet. So I'm guessing that's going to be added here later as well. All right, talents can be changed using folios, and folios can be purchased from the arena store, the portal store, Gem Bay, the dungeon. You can spend diamonds. Because of all the ups and down times, they gave us a bunch of free folios, which we'll go ahead and test some of those out today. And I see that there's a chance to buy something for like $3 and you can get a bunch of them. That's just one of the offers that are out there at the moment. So if you're somebody who spends, that's a way to get some of them as well. Alliances are managed from the barracks. Alliances are very confusing, so we're going to try to figure that one out together. Talents, abilities, and alliance abilities are used automatically in all battle types, which is kind of nice. You don't have to get in there and do too much other than try to set things up properly. All right, an alliance is formed automatically from all the fighters with talents involved in the battle, even if they were not manually formed in the barracks. An alliance is formed automatically from all the fighters, even if they were not manually formed in the barracks beforehand. Okay, so they're all automatically set. What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this offer. I saw this offer show up here. I don't really pay attention to most of these offers, but this one. So if you're somebody who spends money, I don't know if everybody got this or not, but $3 you can get these nine folios right here. So you can see when you click on them, this is the rare one. It's a small. You get a chance to get basically the better it is, the better your chance to get the big one, but the chance of getting them is small. So if you get a legendary, it doesn't mean you're going to get a legendary one. I've actually opened a couple legendary folios, and the best I've gotten were rare talents. So okay, so that's the big thing here. The maximum rarity of the talent will be rare. So that means the best you can hope for is a rare if you use a rare tome. But that means you might not get a rare. You'll probably get something less. So we go click on epic, same thing. So the maximum is an epic, but you might get less. When you apply for the tome, you get there's 18 different talents, which I I didn't prepare for this video. That's unfortunate. I have them on my Discord server, so you can go ahead and check that out. I thought they were actually displayed somewhere in the game, but I don't see them now, which is unfortunate. So, but I'm going to talk about what does exist in American Dad, so we can compare to those anyway. Okay, and then legendary. So the maximum you can get legendary. This one gives you a chance at 24 different talents. So obviously, all the talents are possible if you have the legendary as well. So the legendaries are the way to go, but given that, they're obviously the most expensive. All right, so what are talents? Let's just go pick somebody. You can see me do that a bunch in this one. I'm just going to pick my my Pat. I actually did do a tome on her already, so she's up to this one. But she has a rare talent called the Talent Sorcerer, and with that she has extra spell power and extra health. And this is a rare version of this. And if there's an uncommon version of it, and I think there's common, uncommon, rare, and epic, and legendary, I believe. These numbers basically just go up as you go. So she didn't have this before, but she had health, I think, and her health was common, and it was like 2,000 or something. So very low. So the higher the rarity, the better it is. And if you want to change it, you just click that button and you click on these. But you have to be aware, if you do click change, you're going to lose what you currently have. You can't look at the possible chances of what you're going to get and then keep the one you have if you like that better. No, once you re-roll, the one you have is gone. So you have to pick one of the ones that show up after that. So be aware of that if you're going to do it, you're going to possibly lose what you currently have. And just click on anybody. I improved that one as well. I could pick one I didn't improve. What do we have here? So here's a regular common talent. Ooh, it's a good one. So these were all, everybody was given one just by default. So I haven't even gone through most of my squad yet. So the alliance is not active. We'll look at alliances later. So an extra 1690 spell power. It's not tons, but it's something. So, and this is just the common. So those numbers go up as you go. I have extra health here for our second Darkula. So this is common and has extra 5,000 health. That's not bad. At this level, at tier 11, 5,000 health isn't tons, but hey, it's a thing. It's a little bit better. One other big item to be aware is your historic high. If you're somebody who watches that and tries to keep your power down as low as possible, this number for you more than likely went up, because even though it was an extra 5,000 health for my mage, it is still 5,000 health, so that gives me more power. So if you're somebody who keeps that historic high down, be aware that you might need to adjust your squad, especially as the talents keep coming in. Let's go ahead and look at a worker here. So workers have talents, but as you can see, they can't use them. So my worker here has dodge ability, which is completely useless, so it currently does nothing. But like I said, more than likely they will add worker abilities later, and then they will start producing more materials, which is helpful, obviously. Let's go look at where to purchase these guys. So we can go here in the store, and we can purchase tomes for diamonds. And if you look on the small, it basically tells you you're going to have a chance to get common, uncommon, and a rare. Medium, you can get uncommon, rare, or epic, and then this one, you're guaranteed to get rare. Nothing lower than rare. But you're also not guaranteed to get legendary. You're not guaranteed to get epic. I opened up 2 or 3 of these, and I haven't seen anything above rare. So I don't know how rare the top level ones are, but I haven't seen anything super high yet. All right, let's go to the arena store. So everything has a different cost. You have an option to buy them in lots of places, and some might be more value or worth more than others. So for me, I have 279,000 shields here, and the legendary is only 8,500. For me, that's not too expensive. I'm not spending a lot of stuff here anyway. So, and you only get 5 per, I don't know what that is, per week probably? I'm not sure how often that refreshes. A lot of these stores do refresh every week, so I would expect that to be the case. So I can spend 40,000, so I would be spending over 10% of what I have, but obviously that gives me a chance for a few rerolls. So for me, that's not too bad. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to get any of these lower ones, at least not now. Maybe when I get some other workers, but for now, I'm going to focus on the big ones here. So that's one. Djembe, this is where I spent because I had tons of Kraken tokens. I spent a few of those to see what I could get. They're not cheap, 21,000, and as you can see, I bought all 5 of them. I opened a couple. I think I still have a couple to use yet. So 21,000 is not cheap, but at the same time, at a chance to get something really good for your squad, it might be a reasonable spend here. But like I said, I went ahead and spent a few of those. And this one for me is way too expensive. This is something I will never do. I'm sure a lot of you that focus on your hero have no problem spending this, but for me, I can't afford this. It's way too expensive. 545,000 ether for one legendary talent. That to me is ridiculous. As you know, my hero is very weak because I don't do dungeons very often. So if I get 545,000 ether, I need to spend it on something, and it's not going to be on a talent tome. There was another store somewhere. The portal's still open. It is. I did not do the portal this weekend, so maybe it'll be here next week. I thought the portal was one of them. I don't see it though. There's a fourth store. I thought it was that one. So it's not, apparently, at least not for now. Okay, so that is talents. Let's go ahead, before we get into alliances, let's go ahead and try our luck at doing a few of these tomes, which I very much do not like that name. I gotta be honest with you. I know a lot of people don't agree with my squad setup. I'm not going to change it now. So we got extra armor and dodge. Not fantastic, but it's not useless. So I'm going to keep that one for now. This, I don't know if I'm going to go with her. All right, here we go. We got up. No, let's not do Paladin. Let's do James. Spell power 1690, which is good. I mean, not good. It's something that's useful. It's not like non-magic attack, which would be completely useless. But I'm going to try. So let's look at our power here. So we're at 2.153. We're going to change talent. We're going to go for our legendary. And these are all, so these are all the items we can get. We can review this as well really quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There should be 24 here, I believe. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So the legendary gives you a chance to get all these 24. As you can see, some of them are for tanks. You know, you're getting armor. And this is only showing us what the common talent is. It doesn't show us what the top level is. I'm going to show a chart in a little bit, which is American Dad. You can compare what the lower levels are to the higher levels. One interesting thing is I don't think we have common in American Dad, but we do have the next red level, which is Mystic. So maybe they just kind of scaled it down and we're going to stay away with the Mystic here, or maybe that's going to come later. So as you can see, there's lots of talents for non-mages. So it'll be interesting to see if I have the ability to get a tank talent for my mage, and I would think the answer very much is a yes. And then you're gonna have to start swapping your squad around, but I think that would actually be the case. So obviously we're going over here for mage talent. This is what we want, so we got a chance for extra health. So that's interesting. Health plus it gives you a chance to do some restores, which is good. Shoots magic arrows doing damage. Spell power is increased. After doing damage, increases their spell power. Event triggers once per 7 seconds. So anyway, lots of stuff here. You guys can review this. You need to figure out, there's not necessarily a best. It's a best per your unit, per your setup. And then putting alliances in there, it's even another factor to consider. So there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer. It's what's the best and what's going to be the most useful for you. Obviously, this is for a mage. I want my spell power to be better, or I don't know. I'm not sure what else I really want, but so we come here, so I get blue, blue, and blue. That's what I've seen every time. I haven't seen anything above a blue. So as you can see, this is what I'm currently running. I can't do anything else. I have to pick something. In the other game, we could try this. In the other game, I could actually go away from this page. Let's see what happens if I do that. If I click on it again, so it's still there. So you can't like click away and try to go back in and try to get a better thing to show up. It's, I guess this already here shows us that we're in the process of switching. So you can't get away from that. So I can, switch to a priest, a shaman, or a mirage. The mirage is crit and dodge. Obviously, I wouldn't want to put that on my mage. So that would be useless. I can increase health. It's only rare, so 7770 for health, or magic damage 350. None of these are going to be ultimately what I'm going to use, so I'm not super happy about tons of them. Excuse me, about 8 of them. I'm just going to go with the priest because why not? So that is how you change it. So now I have a blue there, and that is what I've done with all of my people so far. That's why I've got a few blues in there. Oh, I didn't look at the power. 2153 we had before, right? So 2163, so an extra 8,000 power, not very much. Once we get to legendary rates and the amount that it helps there, that will be a lot more noticeable in your historic high. Let's just try one here. Health, change talent. That was a low. Let's just try a low level one. No, you know what? Okay, I was thinking I could click here and then click here and then click on this one. It would tell us what the percentages were, but they didn't. Do I want to waste a legendary item or use a legendary item here? I'm going to try an epic because I haven't done one of those yet. So this gives me a chance at an epic. Again, I haven't had anything higher than a rare show up. So this is the downside to using this. So I had something that was useful as a priest, giving me extra health. Now I can have a dodge, useless. I could have a health. That's actually a better health. So that's interesting. And I can have a damage. So not useful, not useful. This is for Berserker, but it's giving me extra health. Okay. Let's go 1754. Let's pick it. Sure, why not? So 17, oh, nope, it has to be that specific type. So because it's the wrong type, I can't use it. That's unfortunate. That extra health sure would have been nice. So now I'm going to go ahead and spend another one because that was a complete waste. So I guess that tells you right there, you got to be careful what you're doing. If you have something that's semi-useful, you might want to keep it. Ooh, our first epic. What's it going to be? Hopefully something I can use. And no. Oh boy. Once in a while it takes a shot that stuns the enemy for 1 second and deals 110% damage. So I think I'm going to have to just pick that one. I'll swap this fighter out for my current sniper. And because I can't really get rid of an epic, that would be bad. So I'll swap that one off camera. I'll end up making that my sniper, which I'm still running. I know you guys don't, most people don't run them. So Leah will now have that one. And then this one I'll have to change because I'm not going to be able to use crit for my mage either. So, but hey, I got my first epic. That was exciting. I suspect also one more thing. Another key part of this is going to be breeding. I have a full squad. Everybody's 5 stars. Everybody's maxed out on what they're doing. So for me, that's going to be kicking people out that might be used a little bit. Which is quite unfortunate. It's not even, I can't even kick these people out that are producing materials that I haven't used because I already have them down to hardly anybody working there. So kicking people out, breeding more 5 stars are going to give you a new person, and once you're going to get all stars, you're going to get 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, but occasionally you're going to get 5s, and then you're going to get a new talent there. And I suspect when you do that, that talent is going to have the option to be uncommon, common, rare, epic, legendary. So you're gonna have an option for all the rarities there. So in American Dad, that is how we're actually blasting through it, just like that. So you just keep making new people in your castle, and then you get a chance for a new talent that is like exceptional. Speaking of that, let's just go ahead and pop up this quick chart for American Dad. You can find this on my Discord server right now, but so we have abilities and what they are, who they help, and it doesn't tell us if you have somebody that has like an extra attack ability and it's on an engineer, so somebody who can't do basic attack, it doesn't say you can't use it, and I think it still increases your historic high. So that does not seem to be the case in this game. But anyway, let's just take a meathead, for example. So for warriors, meathead gives you extra health. So down here where hopefully you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6, no, it's fine, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So the 9th one down says meathead is for the warrior and increases your physical armor by a certain amount. So if you have common, it's 4498, and these are basically put together by everybody just taking their stats of all of their talents and then forwarding them in. Somebody collected them all, put them in this nice to read spreadsheet. So I suspect we'll get something like this for Castle as well. And as you can see, the abilities go up, quite significantly. Once you get to this top level, it's pretty good. But the difference is we have 5 abilities in American Dad, we have 5 abilities in Hustle Castle, but there's no uncommon in American Dad, and there's no mythic in Hustle Castle. So probably all the same type of thing. But things just go up as the higher the rarity. So you get Health Nut, which increases your health. You start with 12,000. The top level is 59,000 health. Then you're starting to talk about some significant numbers. So obviously what we're going for is all the legendary mythics in American Dad, and I would expect that to be the same in this game as well. So you guys can pause this if you want to read through it, but a lot of information here, and like I said, you can find this on my Discord server as well. All right, let's go ahead and turn that off. All right, now we'll go ahead and talk about alliances. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because I haven't had any chance to play with it. I haven't done any battling yet since this has gone live. Plus, alliances were broken. I believe they're fixed right now. They're not broken anymore, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time on them. So if we click on our barracks here, now we have an alliance button. We click on that, and we see alliances. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, those are based on the number of fighters, and I don't know exactly how. So if we look at this one right here, it says active for 2. So an alliance member have their physical armor increased by 7% and their magic armor increased by 7%. So the warrior class, these are both blue. What am I looking at here? I'm assuming I have both of these people in there, and they're both going to get this 7% physical armor, 7% magic armor, and like we read, it's going to be automatic. We don't have to do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So the alliance can use any mage talent. So why would these not be all the way up? Obviously, I don't have them. Alliance members has their physical armor, so it'd be up by 10%. So why would I not pick this one? Probably because I don't have what tomes can be found. So I need to have these abilities, I guess. Obviously, I don't have them, so the fact that it says active means I have it. I don't know. This is just really weird. Oh, here we go. So I clicked on the head. It shows me that I have all these people have this talent. So Maddie has the talent, and Maddie is in my squad. Mage class, Pat has the talent, James has the talent. So since I have both of them, I have this ability, I guess, and rare, so I can go rare. If I had epic talents, then I could push this up, and they would be getting 8% instead. Okay, so that makes sense. And what about 3? So you have to go through each one of these. They said they're automatically selected, but it looks like you almost need to go through and pick some of this stuff. So I don't have this one because I don't have anybody that has the warlock at any level, for that matter. Okay. I mean, obviously you're trying to go for the top level on all of these if you can. Here we go. Got Brethren. What is that going to give us? Once in a while, each alliance member gets a shield that absorbs 22% of the physical damage, but it's not active. This one it said active. This one it said active, but nothing else is active. How is that determined? Because I have them, so that should be fine. Can I right click? No, that would make sense. All right, I'm sure you guys know some of this kind of stuff, so, you know, get discussions going in the comments, get discussions going in Discord. I could certainly use it because I don't know what's going on. I'm sure as the game goes on, we'll learn a lot more, obviously, and you guys have probably played this a lot more, so know a lot more. You need to try to get some of these items, I guess, so we need to get a scholar in the mix, which will give us the chance to have some of this. 3 random enemies are struck with fear. So there's certainly some useful stuff in here, but this is going to take a while to hash all this out. So you need to pay attention to what's in there, I guess. Make sure you have the right squad set up so your alliance gets the benefits it needs to get stronger. I'll talk about this more in the future because right now I'm just guessing and speculating. Let's read this. This tab shows all available alliances. Select any of them to see the talents that make it up. Switch the rarity of the talents to see the characteristics of talents in the alliance. You can see which residents have talents and from which tomes it can be obtained. I mean, it said it's done automatically, so I guess there's really nothing for us to do. You can just see what the benefits are going to be. That's kind of how I'm reading it, but time will tell. Like I said, we should have a new event coming soon-ish, because when they announced that these abilities were coming, they also announced that there's a new rune event coming soon, I believe. So when that comes out, hopefully by that time I'll have a little bit of time to play with this and can get some more information on the alliances to see what we can do, and then hopefully also have a little bit more chance to increase some of my talents for my squad. And I suspect, as we've seen in American Dad, when some of these events go live, like the challenge type of events, there will be talents that will be given out, or tomes that will be given out, so you can increase your chance of getting another talent. So I'm sure that will be part of the events as we go forward. So yeah, it's a cool new piece. It's definitely implemented a little bit different in American Dad, but definitely still seems like it would be enjoyable and something fun to be for those that are getting kind of bored of the game. Look at that. We got an uncommon, and we didn't do anything for this one. So level 100 just sitting there doing nothing. I guess she was an oracle, that's why. Anyway, so yeah, talents and alliances. Cool stuff. Gives me a chance to get in there and play and do something a little bit different, which I'm looking forward to. And like I said, I will come back and share more information as I figure it out. But yeah, until then, enjoy it, have fun, and hopefully you get lots of legendary talents and get your abilities up there as quickly as possible. So until next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.